Hi, and welcome to my weekly environmental roundup. Spot STCs last week, they were down 35 cents to 38.70 as we're rolling into that April surrender. Essentially, retailers are now buying for July, so the demand has dropped off there. Spot LGCs were down $1.50 to 33.75. Cal 21 similarly were down $1.50, closing at 34. Cal 22s down 75 cents, closing at 27.75. Cal 23s, they were down 30 cents, closing at 19.60. Cal 24s up 25 cents to 10.90, and the Cal 25s they were up 40 cents to $7. The VIX they were down $1.50, backed off from those highs, those recent highs that we've seen. They're closing at $58 last week, and the SQs were down 30 cents, 30.40, and the ACCUs were flat at 18.40, and across the pond, NZUs were up 30 cents to 37.60. The ERF, or Emissions Reduction Fund, auctions were released last week, with the federal government committing to buy $6.8 million ACCUs, or Australian carbon credit units. An ACCU was created from abating 1 tonne of carbon from the atmosphere. The average price for the optional contract was $15.99, with one single fixed contract clearing at $17. As the name suggests, holders of the optional contract have the option to sell their ACCUs into the secondary market. Otherwise known as the spot market, they last traded at $18.40 through Jardine, which is roughly $2.40 above that price we just spoke about at the ERF. AGL CEO Brett Redman has resigned from the gentailer. Redman last month announced a plan to split AGL in two, a greener new AGL taking retail and 21st technologies on one side, and a large-scale generator running AGL's portfolio of coal, gas, and large-scale renewables on the other. It was expected that Redman would take charge of the two new entities, with the other role yet to be filled. Instead, Chairman Graham Hunt will take the AGL acting chief executive role. The role is expected to earn him a $2.25 million package. The Morrison government will spend almost $570 million on attempts to collaborate with other nations to commercialise low emissions technologies with the aim of making a meaningful difference to climate change across the globe. Arguing that technological developments shared globally can make a bigger difference than individual actions of any single nation, Prime Minister Scott Morrison said the money would be used to augment existing fledgling partnerships on hydrogen production and other technologies and to forge new ones. During a virtual 2-day summit last week featuring over 40 nations, the United States and other countries have hiked their targets for slashing greenhouse gas emissions, while the Prime Minister Scott Morrison says technology and not new targets will get Australia to net zero. While Mr Biden announced plans to decarbonise the US economy entirely by 2050, the Prime Minister again avoided putting a timeframe on when Australia could achieve net zero emissions. But he reassured the other leaders that he was on the pathway. That's all from me today. I hope you have a great week.